The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network on the Voice of the Eagles. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head volleyball coach Kat Collins. Kat, debut day for the volleyball schedule for 2025. And I guess kind of what we expect out of a Carson-Newman volleyball schedule, a slew of teams that made regional play last year. And typically that feels like a way to set yourself up for regional competition. Feels like a broken record, but that seems like the strategy. Break down your thought process in putting together a slate where you're going to face half the Southeast Regional last year.
Well, I wanted to start with a tournament where we could kind of get our feet wet, get a little comfortable, have quite a few newbies coming in, so I want to make sure that we hit the ground running, but we're not overwhelmed with the first weekend. So that weekend was something that we feel like we can handle pretty well. And then the second week being definitely regional opponents. Want to make sure that our strength of schedule is strong. That way when we get to regional play, regardless of our conference record, we'll have that strong strength of schedule to kind of help us push along the way too. It
is a little bit unique. There's a fair amount of, not new, but a bunch of teams that Carson-Newman hasn't faced in a decade plus. Haven't played West Virginia Wesleyan since 2004. First time ever playing Shawan. Haven't faced off against Bluefield State since 1992. Glenville State 2009. You've got the familiar faces in a USC Aiken and a Lee. You faced North Greenville a few times here in the past few years. But especially that opening tournament going up to West Virginia to play in the tournament hosted by Glenville State. You kind of alluded to it as a good opportunity to get your newcomers involved. What benefits are there to playing some teams that you haven't seen, they haven't seen you since, I don't want to know how old you were the last time Carson-Newman played West Virginia Wesleyan.
Well, we're going to have a different lineup. Like, we're going to look different because we had a lot of seniors contribute last year. And so just making sure that we kind of set ourselves up for success, give ourselves an environment that it's easier to learn in. We're not necessarily going to have extra pressure because of the competition we face. It's just going to be kind of a tournament for us to focus on us, make sure we're confident in our systems, in our lineup, in our play, and just with our relationships with each other. That way, when we go into that second weekend and we face those tough opponents that we are familiar with, we don't have to worry about us, right? We can focus more on them.
South Atlantic Conference is its own beast, and you don't get a ton of say in that schedule, but this it's still not the double round robin. You get the one-offs. You face some teams twice. You face some teams once. But you face a lot of the big boys twice. Wingate certainly comes to mind in that capacity, which, again, you can look at it two ways. It's a challenge, but strength of schedule opportunities to get more quality wins.
Yeah, we're excited to be able to play them, especially Wingate twice, because typically it's just a one and done type of thing, and all our girls always wish at the end that we had another shot at them. And so I'm excited that we get to play them twice, and we get to play some of the tougher teams in our conference multiple times. Just gives us kind of a fair shake at it, I think. Kind of loses some of the nerves and all the pressure with that too, because you get to see them again. But we're excited to play some of those teams twice and see what we can do.
If you had to pick a game on the schedule, I know, really difficult question. You can only pick one. There are no cop-out answers. Carson-Newman fan can only attend one home game. They're traveling in from afar, and they pick one game. What game do you want them at?
Can I pick two?
No, I said there are no cop-out answers. So you have to choose one.
I would say when we're home against Wingate, for sure.
I'm going to give one more to that. I'll take the cop-out. I don't know if you were going this direction. It is exciting to have the 10-year, it sickens me that it's been 10 years, the 10-year reunion for the 2015 team that made the Elite Eight run is coming back for homecoming weekend in Catawba on Friday, October 24th. And I would say there's probably a decent amount of excitement of getting
Yeah.
those players back
Yeah,
on campus.
For sure. We talk about that team quite a bit. We talk about the legacy of Carson-Newman Volleyball and just the history that we've had and our ability to make runs at the Elite Eight. And so their pictures in our locker room, their trophies in our locker room, we pass it around, we talk about it. So definitely excited to be able to host that and have all of them here to hopefully inspire our team and just kind of remember where we came from.
It's about 6 weeks till players get back on campus for fall camp. What needs to happen between now and early September when you're actually getting rolling for this team to have success this year?
Yeah, our goal in the summer is definitely to build relationships with each other, especially with such a big group leaving and then a big group coming back in. We want to make sure that our relationships and our communication and the things that don't necessarily have directly to do with the volleyball are kind of tied up. They're nicely taken care of, they're developed, that they put a lot of time and effort into those. And then, of course, our girls are lifting and getting reps and doing all that kind of stuff. So,
Kat, pleasure as always. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
It's Carson-Newman head volleyball coach Kat Collins. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.